6. Street Fighter 6. Fighting round. Special online versus arcade. Practice, training. Superior Byron Taylor.
Y'all tired of playing the sidelines. Gotta make my own highlights.
Think you could break my
it's time
defense?
to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight 'em all, boy.
Smart choice.
Come to balance.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with the projectile. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. What is he thinking here? No good up high. Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Big counter. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Player 2 chases them down. Caught in the crosshair. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Still scrapping closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff.
Round 2.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Checks them with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Checks them with the boom. Throws them to negate the block. That throw will do some good damage. They're laying into each other. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who, nice read, denies them with a somersault kick. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. And it links it. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player walls flat into the guard break. Only a little bit of drive and life left. Boom! A jump in? Huge chance after that wall splash. Free flow strikes. Throw tag. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Player 1 wraps it up with a throw. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Shows the medium kick. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Will the drive parry here open things up for them? So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. We're close to the point where one mistake could end the round. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Brushes off the impact. Just out of range for that throw. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. From upstairs. Opts for the free flow kicks to get springs forward with the drive rush. KO! Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps? Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Time to sit on the lead. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Scrapping it out up close. Drive rush to keep it going. Check springs forward with the drive rush. This can lead to some big damage. What now? Player 2 has the devil song. They gotta go for it while they're buffed. Noticeable, there's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Leans on the flash kick to get them out of a jam. Medium kick. Break through with the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Let's loose a boom. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Get scooped from down low. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Drops them hard. Both fighters planning something? Dangerous situation here with both able to use drive. Forward rush. Closes the distance. Looking for a hole. Boom! Medium kick, the low block. happy hour! Parried the fireball! I assume the pleasantries are just about over. You'll cut that boy off, he's had too much! Sticks out a kick! 3 full strikes! Drive rush! Forward rush! Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Fight leg shake! Doesn't touch the throw! Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with! It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that run back! Sonic Boom! Throws a fireball! Checks him with the boom! Grabs him! Was well in range to score the throw. Player 1 has the life lead. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Shows the overhead. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Life lead opens up. Hits with the overhead. All right, what's coming up next? Shows the medium kick. Sonic Boom! They were not cleared for takeoff. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Checks with a medium kick. Checks him with the boom. Good somersault kick. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive up. Risky decision, but let's see how this plays out. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Barely blocks the jump in. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. This and whiffs. They're wide open. And eats it. KO. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
A new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Let's get this mission started. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Player 1 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Throws them to negate the block. Taking stock. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Holds out with the block. And the throw ends the round. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. Throws out a projectile. Springs forward with the drive rush. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Lays down a whirlwind. Player one chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player one will meet experiencing burnout. Super on deck for both fighters. Drive rush to keep it going. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Whirlwind shot. Goes, this is gonna hurt. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Oh my god, they just choked it up. Critical art is up. Knew the throw was coming. Wrecks them. Reads the jump in. Oh, bangs it on the fireball. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uncomfortable space here. And they clip each other on the edge. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Wow, shut down. Player two has the life lead. Tries to bait him with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Both fighters are looking for a way to fill up their super art game. Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Sticks the combo. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Left off a projectile to waste time. Anything could happen here. Trying to read each other here? They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. The jump-in is denied. Ends the round with a punish counter, living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Strings it all together. Very solid corner switch. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player one chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Checks them with the boom. They were right to be on guard there. Going in. Burnout activates. You're in there. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. What's the play here? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Takes a trip. Player two chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. This is a real back and forth match for them. They definitely know what the other is capable of. The jump in catches them. One chance here and closes out the round with a fireball. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Sonic boom. Stops the attack by using a drive pair. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Amazing concentration on display as they punish when their opponent's attack left them wide open. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until they're going for the super art. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage, calls out their shot and responds with authority. Still scrapping for control of the space. Life lead is there, but still, and it's not looking good. The corner's a bad place, denies the jump in attempt. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. The low is denied. Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? Goes for the low kick. Picks up some damage with a long, reaching attack. Throws out a projectile. What's the play here? Still slugging it out here. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Takes the chance to hurt him. This is gonna be bad news. Doesn't miss a beat. In there! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Sonic brushes that off and keeps going. Blocks the low heavy. Grabs him. That throw will do some good damage. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Going in, both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Looking to impress with this super. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. What? That was enough to kill? Yo, that read was godlike. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? Deftly shuts out the jump. The cross-up's good. Takes a trip. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Throws them to negate the block. Checks them with a projectile. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Taking stock. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Where is their opening? Experiencing burnout. Gets some. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Nice counter. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Medium kick hit. Good somersault kick. Medium kick. Both fighters planning something? They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. What's going to happen here in the latter half of this round? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Looking for a super art? Flashes him. Jumps? Barely blocks the jump. Low heavy. Wraps it up with a throw. Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Drive time. Parries the projectile. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. Solid combo. Grabs them, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Combo with the target combo. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Life lead opens up. Checks them with the projectile. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Sonic boom! Anything could happen here. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Hits them with a stop and block. Took them to the corner and a flash. Traces them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Gets scooped from down low. Smart stuff, poking out that range to zone the opponent. The drive impact is denied. Blocks the impact. Oh, what's this? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Player 1 has an empty drive lead. This is a very precarious situation. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. It's real rip-off. This might be a pivotal super art. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. In attack range. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. So, there's a burnout. Connects with the throw. What now? And whips. They're wide open. What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was going to happen. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Checks with a medium kick. Checks them with a projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. Was that a good decision? Player 2 with the life lead. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Time's the only thing moving here. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Taking stock. Next hit will end the round. Life lead opens up. Sonic boom! They saw the chip KO on the table. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Holds out with the block. Checks him with the boom. Who will gain control of the match in the early going. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Jumps. Perfect input on the Sonic boom. Player 2 can build off this lead. Time to sit on the lead. The drive impact is denied. Blocks the impact. Blocks the low heavy. They're going for the super art. A super art? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Both fighters planning something? There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Player 1 holding a huge chance after that wall splat. A real test of what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Drive impact misses. The last round. It's now or never. Checks him with the book, crowns him from above. Connects with the throw. Lets loose a boom. Low heavy, but no go. Chun-li kick for a mix-up. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Oh my god, they just choked it up. There's a burnout. The Chun-li quick feet burns out. Baits out the low kick. Boom. And they burn out in sync. The jump in is enough. All the throw connects. Amazing. Let's loose a boom. Can they connect with the throw? Wow, sat and waited for the squeeze in the impact to finish. Player 2 faced the giant and walked away unscathed. What a win!
A new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Ready?
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. The impact gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Can't tech the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. This is the perfect range, closes out the round with a fireball. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight.
Checks them with the boom. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Whiff the throw. Take springs forward with the drive rush. Sonic boom. Well-timed corner switch. avoids getting cornered. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 1 will need to play it conservative, and there's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. A quick breather. Player 2 holding on to that, throws them. Side switch in the corner. Sonic boom. Their will to win is really, burnout activates. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. A super art? Our fighters are at a standstill. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Moves performed off a drive rush get extra plus frames, making for a potentially high return. This is the range with hold your breath.
You're done.
Combo with the target combo. Can't tech the throw, knockdown. Checks him with the projectile. Throws them to negate the block. Oh, easy tech. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Will they try to finish the round with a drive move? Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff.
Round 2.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Blocks the low heavy. Sees it coming and blocks it out. You can block impacts, or you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. Sticks the jump in. Going in. Player 2 rushes that off and keeps going. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Hope good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Both fighters planning something? The drive impact is denied. Blocks the impact. Oh, says no to the impact. Checks him with the boom. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. All in with a rush. Connects with the throw. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Oh, yo! Raw super hit! We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Genius read with that throw escape. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Charges up the plasma. What'll be the raw super hard incoming? Let's loose a boom. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arch from this medium kick? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Sonic Blade to fish for a reaction. Get knocked them out of the air. Gut punch ransom. Medium kick into. Clutch anti-air. Holy! Nothing stops this train. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Reads the throw and escapes. A jump. Oh, the throw connects. Closes in. Baits out the low kick. Boom! Looking for a strong super art incoming. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jump? Hits the drive. Dumps them. Player one made some smart moves there. Great game. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jumps it. This is gonna hurt. Checks him with the boom. Misses the drive impact. You do not want to whiff an impact. Jump in, finds the mark. Opts for the throw. All right. Player two chases them down. Holds out with the block. Reads their mind and techs the throw. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Checks them with the projectile. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. There's the impact. KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Player two did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Can they stop this light lead from getting bigger? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Were they baiting them into that? Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Throws a projectile to the experiencing burnout. Gets carried to the corner. Checks him with the boom. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Low heavy. Jumps. The low. Connects with medium kick. Barely. Oh my God, what a throw tech. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Can this drive bring them back? Can they close this round without relying on drive? Looking for charges of the plasma. Excellent read. Both sides getting ready. There's a burnout. Sets up with the jump in. The next touch may decide this round. Doesn't touch the throw. Player two was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Hold your breath. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Decent damage. What's next? Blocks the jump in. Takes a trip. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral and a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Throws them. What's next? Player one chases them down. Decides to meet them in the air. Player two will want to take... Were they baiting them into that? Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Heading into the end game, opts for the throw to close it out. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checks them with the projectile. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. The drive impact is denied. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Checks them with the book, picks the air throw. Knockdown and picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. It's not over. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. And whiffs! They're wide open! A jump in? Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish! This is a critical moment. That's how you close it out. What a beast! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.